Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So right now, I'm in California and it's really hot here. There's a big heat wave happening and it's been like over 70 degrees for the past week, and next week will also be really hot too. So I have decided to make a list of more than 40 things, around 65 things to do when it's hot outside. And I just went through and compiled a bunch of random things to do. So the first thing you can do is build a summer playlist. I have a summer playlist and I will put it up here of some songs that you can maybe get a feel for and put in your playlist as well. And if anybody has their own songs that they put on their summer playlist, they can comment that down below and share with everybody. The next thing you can do is write a letter. So you can write a letter to family, or you can join a pen pal. I've never done a pen pal, so I don't know how that works, but I think you sign up online somewhere and you can figure it out how to do it. The next thing you can do is reorganize your room. Sometimes I do that in the middle of the night when I get bored. I move my furniture around to see where stuff fits the best. And I did that about a year ago, and I kept it because I thought it looked nice. Another thing you can do is play board games like Scrabble. Uno is a board game because it doesn't use a board. It's cards. I think Uno is a card game, not a board game. But you can play Uno as well. I love Uno. You can play Troops and Ladders, Candyland, Clue, classic games like those, and break them out in the closet or wherever they're stored in for a hot day. You can play them outside or inside, but I would probably play them inside the house, inside with AC. The next thing, I keep saying the same thing. Another thing you can do is have a water balloon fight you can go the extra mile and you can put a kickball sort of arena in a field and have a wet kickball fight. Have you seen those videos on TikTok? I've seen a lot of people doing those, and they look really fun. I want to try. Or another idea, I just came up with this one. You can get a bag or a potato sack, or maybe not a potato sack, a garbage bag, and sit in the garbage bag, on your stomach or on your back, whichever one you want, and you can have somebody with you, next to you, and then you race down a hill with water, going down it. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like that doesn't make sense. You can paint or draw something, nature-y, because it's summer vibes right now. Homemade ice cream. I used to do that in elementary school. You would take ice cream and put it in a bag. No, you would take the ingredients for ice cream, put it in a small bag, and then put it inside of a bigger bag, put ice around it, and then shake it up until it becomes ice cream. We did that when I was younger. You can make popsicles. It's really easy to make your own popsicles, actually. You can have an indoor or an outdoor picnic. You can have it in your living room if it's indoor, or if it's outdoor at a park. Picnics are always fun. You can host a summer bake-off. I've never done that. That sounds fun. I don't host things because I have no friends. So, oops. So, I didn't mean to expose myself like that, but yeah, I don't have any friends. Have a movie night, or I also just thought of this. You can go to free movies in the park. Check if your city has one, because I know San Francisco does 3 movies at Dolores Park, I believe, in the summer. And you can go to the drive-in. Sometimes they might have free movies or really cheap movies. Treat yourself to a spa day at home, like get the bath ready, put cucumbers over your eyes, and do a face mask, all that good stuff. And it would like help you cool down and chill out. Read a book or a magazine. I feel like people don't read magazines that much anymore. When I was little, I loved magazines. My favorite ones were the Highlights magazines. Those are the ones when they had like the spot, the animal or whatever. And it was like on every page you had to find like a different animal on each page and count them. I really loved those magazines when I was little. Plan your next trip. If you're going somewhere, you can start planning before you go, which is always a good idea. Plan where you're going to stay, what you're going to eat, what your budget is, stuff like that. Clean out your closet. Or you can get some outfits that you have, some clothes that you have, and make a whole new outfit with those clothes. Like, mix and match different styles and see what you can create with your clothes that you already have. Another thing is have a dance party or just dance by yourself if you're like me and you have no friends. Or another thing is Just Dance. I love doing Just Dance. It's really fun. I have a Wii, but I don't use it that often. So instead I just do Just Dance on my computer on YouTube. And I copy the YouTube video. Which isn't really the same as playing it on the computer. Another thing is you can start a garden in your front yard or your backyard. I know maybe some people aren't good at gardening. I don't think I am. Personally, I haven't tried to garden in a while. I did it with my grandma when I was little, but I didn't really help out much, to be honest. Another thing is you can play on a slip and slide. I love slip and slides. I haven't been on one in years, though. But I also see people doing kickball. But I do see people doing kickball on slip and slides. Like, they hit the ball, and then, or they do baseball, I guess, and they hit the ball, and then they go down the slip and slide, and that sounds like a lot of fun. Go swimming, classic. Right now it's March, so most of the pools are closed. But you can go to the beach, a pool, a river, a lake, whatever. Because I know usually rivers and lakes aren't closed. Maybe some are, but not here where I live. Go to a roller skating rink. I've only went one time and I didn't really like it that much because I kept falling on my butt. But if you think you are good at it, or you want to try, you can go to a roller skating rink. When I went, I had to use the trainer thing, this weird thing that you hold on to, and it was kind of embarrassing. But I wouldn't do it again. Maybe if I practice more. I do have roller skates that are my mom's, and she lets me use them sometimes. But I don't know. You can go to a baseball game or a football game or any sports game. I've never been to a sports game personally. I don't think. Would you count horse racing as sports? I guess it is. So then I guess I technically have been to a sports game. But I wouldn't really count horse racing as a sport. I'm talking about like baseball, football, basketball. I haven't been to those. Hockey. I haven't been to a hockey game either. But I really want to go to a baseball game and get a hot dog. That sounds really good. Go camping or go backyard camping if you don't feel like traveling all the way to a campsite. We go camping all the time or summer camp if you want. I go summer camp and I go camping almost every summer. The one time I didn't go to summer camp was last summer because we were in Washington, D.C. when the camp would have been happening, so it was like, it wouldn't be able to happen. But I know some summer camps are really expensive, so I would just suggest going normal camping. Normal camping is still fun, but if you can go to summer camp, I would say do it, if you can afford to. The next thing is you can have a scavenger hunt. Now, scavenger hunt is, if you don't know what that is, it's you hide little items around, and then you have people look for them. You can do them. I think it would be really fun to do one in a giant group of people. Get a bunch of your friends together and just have them spread out in teams or by themselves and find things. Or you can do like themed scavenger hunts if you wanted. You can build a fort inside or outside. I like building forts at sleepovers with my cousins. We do it all the time. We get pillows and blankets, and we put a really long blanket with chairs and then the couch, and then we like make a tent kind of, and we put pillows to hold it down, and then we like hang out inside of it. It's really fun. Or you can make a fort with sticks and rocks if you live in a forest or a foresty area. We don't have sticks and rocks near us anywhere, so we just use pillows and blankets, which is still fun. You can put on a play. You can find one online, or you can create one yourself. I find that the funniest ones are usually ones that you create yourself. You can set up a lemonade stand. I haven't personally seen people do this in a while. I tried to do it a few years ago. It didn't really work. I know in some states and some cities, you might need a permit to set up a lemonade stand, so make sure you check with your city before you set up a lemonade stand, just to be sure. It could be a good way to get some money or extra cash, or if you are like a teenager or a kid and you don't have a job, that could be a good way to get money. Make homemade movies with yourself. I did this with my little brother all the time. We would just use like either my phone or my mom's phone, and it would be like the worst quality film making you would ever see in your life, but we would somehow think it was the funniest thing ever. We also made music videos, which you can do that as well. In 2020, me and my brother did a music video to Kesha, her song TikTok. We did that because we thought it was fun. Climb trees. In our neighborhood, we don't have many trees that you can climb on. We do have trees, but they're like really skinny, and you can't really climb on them. But if you have a park or something, or you have a giant tree, you can climb on that or build a tree house in it. I have a tree house at my nana's house, and I should hang out in it more, but I don't, and it's sad. Another thing you can do is draw with chalk on your sidewalk, and I find it really cool to get the chalk and get it wet with water, and then it becomes really pigmented and brighter colors. Of course, a classic thing to do is go to a water park. Like I said before, right now it's March, so the water parks aren't exactly open, but when they do open, I will be going, because we have season passes to Six Flags, and there is Six Flags Hurricane Harbor near us, and the season passes also work there, so we might go. You can go to the mall, because usually the mall is air conditioned, and even if you don't have money, it's still just fun to walk around. I recently made a video, my last video, on why malls are dying, and I think you should watch it because I make some really good points, and I think you should go to malls more often. Go to the movies. One thing I recently discovered is if you go to the movies and then you ask for a free poster, they will probably give me one. I got a free Scream 7 poster by asking that. I literally walked up to the workers like last week and I was like, hey, do you guys have any like posters I could have for free? And they were like, yeah, I got you, come to the back. And they literally handed me a Scream 7 poster. And I was like, hey, thanks, I'm putting this up in my room. Yeah, and I did. I put it near my Matthew Lillard shrine. And I will put a picture of what it looks like. You can go to... I was reading the wrong thing, sorry. Make slime. I haven't made slime in a while, but the classic ingredients are borax, glue, and I think that's it. Borax and glue, and maybe food dye if you want food coloring. If you want it to be a different color. I know you can just like buy slime at the store nowadays. For some reason, at Five Below, I see slime in the toy aisle. Like, I'll see a ton of slime, and I'm like, when was slime popular again? Like, what year are we in? But be careful when you're making slime because it is sticky and it is messy. And try not to get it in your hair because your parents might get mad. And if you do get it in your hair, do not cut your hair off, okay? Trying to write a song. I'm trying to write a song now because I get bored. Well, I'm not trying to write a song, I'm trying to make the beat for the song. Because depending on how you write music, I know some artists will make the beat first and then think of the lyrics later, but other artists will think of the lyrics first and then the beat. Or they might think of the lyrics and then the beat as they think of the lyrics, you know what I mean? But every person is different with how they write music, so try and see what works best for you. A fun activity is sliding laundry baskets down the stairs. If you have big enough stairs, which I don't, I just have stairs, you can race each other in laundry baskets. You can probably do that down a hill, honestly, to not get your parents angry at you. But my stairs, it's just like, it goes down from, like, let's say this is upstairs. It goes down, stops, there's a little section, and then goes down to downstairs. My stairs go like this. But I know some people's stairs like curve, or they go straight down. So if your stairs are like that, you can probably slide laundry baskets down it. You can have a barbecue or a potluck. I love barbecues because I love hot dogs and I love hamburgers and I love having people around while I eat them. You can go bowling. I haven't gone bowling in a while, actually. To be honest, I haven't done a lot of these things on this list in a while. But I might do them this summer now. Fly a kite, that's always fun. But I gotta wait until it gets windy enough to get it going. Go to a trampoline park. Trampoline parks are always fun. I went to one for my 17th birthday. Stargaze at night, just lay on a blanket or the grass. I wouldn't lay on the grass because I get allergies. I'm allergic to grass and I start itching my legs when I lay on bare grass. So I would put up a blanket and lay on that and stare at the stars. Go for a hike. I haven't done that. I get really tired and I have asthma, so it's a little hard for me to walk for a very long time. The thrifting, I do that every week. I have school on certain days. I have school on Tuesday and Thursday. So whenever I have school, my bus stop is like, the first stop is like a little bit close to the thrift store. So I go off the bus and then I walk to the thrift store, which is like probably like a 10-minute walk from the bus stop. So I always go when I have school or when there's a sale. Visit a museum or a zoo. Those are fun. Go to your local library. I heard that if you go to your library and you get like a pass or something, you can visit a museum or zoo for cheaper or for free. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's something that some libraries do. Make a time capsule. This one is fun. I made a time capsule. No, I didn't actually. I just have a box full of stuff from family. I haven't made a time capsule. I tried. I made a senior year time capsule, but I put all of that stuff in the family box of mine. So, make a time capsule, bury it in your backyard or in your closet if you don't want to bury it. Upcycle something. Like, I know some people will thrift plates and stuff, dishware, and then they will break it and make like mosaics out of that. You can try that, or get cardboard from soda boxes and put that into something. That's what I always do. Start up a new hobby, sewing, drawing, other things that I don't know to name. Make a scrapbook. You can do like places you visited or friends, family. You can do your pets or like random things. You can try junk journaling. That's where you take, it's literally what it sounds like. You take junk trash, you cut it out, and then you glue it onto the journal, and it's a beautiful art piece. Draw a big summer bucket list on poster board. Like Judy Moody. You guys know Judy Moody. In the book and the movie, they make a giant poster board of bucket list ideas. In the movie, it's like how to have like a not bummer summer or whatever, and everything that they do is like worth points, and they check it off. You can do that. You can try geocaching. Personally, I love geocaching. I have found, I think, around 24. And when I went on the road trip from California to Washington, D.C., I tried to get one in each state that we stopped at. Visit the next town over and have a staycation. Like, stay in a hotel, learn about the history of the town, ride bikes around your neighborhood or around town, depending on how much freedom you have. I would just ride a bike around my neighborhood, because the road near my house is really busy sometimes, most of the time actually, and I'm a little bit scared to even walk there because there's no sidewalk. Go to the playground, always fun. Set up a sprinkler or even just a hose. What I like to do with the hose is I put my thumb over the nozzle and then it like shoots out on both sides, and it goes really far and it's fun. Have a yard sale. It's a good way to get rid of things that you have and you don't want anymore, or if you're moving and you need to clean up some things. Join a book club. I've never joined a book club before, but they're probably really fun, and it's a good way to also meet new people that have similar interests to you, such as reading. Try new exercise, read in a hammock or on a tree branch. Climb a tree and sit on a branch if it's sturdy enough. Be careful, don't fall, and read up there. Watch the sunrise. I personally would stay up late all night until the sunrise and just watch it from my bedroom. Or you can wake up early, hike somewhere, and watch the sunrise from there. That's something you can do. Volunteering in community at an event, or cleaning up, or giving to food banks, or just something that would help your community. The last three are go to the farmer's market. That's always fun. They have a lot of good food there. My favorite things to get from the farmer's market are the honey sticks that you suck the honey out of, or fruits. I really like their plums that they have there. Write a short story. I did that all the time in elementary and middle school. And the very last thing you can do is go fruit picking. So those are all of my ideas for things to do when it's sun out. Please, if you have some of your own, please comment them down below. If they weren't mentioned on this list, you can comment them. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you guys later. Peace.